This is the best guide for all endgame rods in Roblox Fisch, including the best enchantments, which ones to buy, and which ones are the best. Let's start from the least expensive to the most expensive. Starting with the Aurora Rod, you can buy this rod inside Vertigo. To get the Vertigo, you need to go in a strange whirlpool. This rod can only be bought during an active Aurora Borealis. Once you're inside the Vertigo, if you just head to the shopkeeper, you should see the Aurora Rod on the shelf in the back. You can pick this rod up for 90,000 coins, and you can see the stats on screen now. 10% lure speed, 60% luck, 0.06 control, 6% resilience, and the max kg is 6,000. However, the best part of the Aurora Rod isn't its stats, it's actually a mutation effect that it has. If we look at the rod's description, we can see that enhanced by Aurora Borealis energy, all fish have a 15% chance to have the Aurora mutation. Chances increase during the Aurora Borealis. As you can see on this chart, if one of your fish does end up getting the Aurora mutation, it multiplies its value by 6.5. This means the Aurora Rod is by far the best way to make money during an Aurora Borealis. So, what's the best enchant for this rod? This rod's resilience is pretty low, so resilient is always going to be a solid pick, but in my opinion, I will go with hasty if you just want to grind money. This is because during an Aurora Borealis, you can just catch more fish because it's taking less time to actually catch the fish, meaning you'll make more money. So we have 5 endgame rods, and I'm actually going to place the Aurora Rod in place number 2 because of how good it is for its value. Now, moving on to the Mythical Rod. The Mythical Rod can be found in the Traveling Trader's boat, and it will go for 110,000 coins. The stats are as followed: 0% lure speed, 45% luck, 0.05 control, 0% resilience, and the max kg is only 2,000. If you look at the description, you may notice that it has a similar ability to the Aurora Rod. All fish have a 30% chance to be rainbow, which is also known as the mythical mutation. So if your fish does end up getting the mythical mutation, it will be multiplied by 4.5 times. For best enchant, there's really only going to be one option for this rod, and it's going to have to be resilient. This is because with only 0% resilience on the rod, it's not really going to do much, so if you want to catch them bigger fish, the resilient enchantment is really going to help. You may be thinking that this is just a worse Aurora Rod, and to be honest, I completely agree with you, so that's why I'm going to place this in number 3. So now let's move on to the next rod, the King's Rod. The King's Rod can be located at the Statue of Sovereignty in the mines. You are going to have to pay 400 to get down, but once you get down, you're going to want to just hit a left straight away. Keep going until you hit the edge and just drop down, and then you'll see the King's Rod for 120,000 coins. The stats for this rod are minus 45% lure speed, 55% luck, 0.15 control, the resilience is 35%, and the max kg is infinite. For making money, the King's Rod is not going to be as good as the Aurora Rod and the Mythical Rod, but if you want to just catch big fish, the King's Rod is definitely the rod you want to be going for. This is because if you do read the description, you will see that every fish caught with this rod, it will be 10% bigger. Combo that with 35% resilience, and it's going to be very hard to lose a fish. Now for the enchantments. For the King's Rod, it's really all-rounded, so there's a lot of enchantments you can go for, but in my opinion, I'll go for Hasty or Divine. I would lean a little bit more towards Hasty because of the lure speed not being the best, but if you don't mind catching fish a little bit slower, then definitely go for Divine. So now back to the rankings, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to place the King's Rod in place number 4. This is because it's not the best rod for making money. You're only really going to be able to catch big fish, and that's the only thing it's good for, so number 4 I think is a good spot. Now let's move on to the Trident Rod. The Trident Rod is a little bit more complicated to get than all the other rods. You're going to want to head to the Desolate Deep, and you're really going to need 5 enchantment relics. The 5 enchantment relics is what is used to unlock the door that has the Trident Rod in it, and you're also going to need 100% bestiary completion of the Desolate Deep. For all you guys that haven't done the bestiary for the Desolate Deep, here is just a quick video showcasing how to get every single fish. So now you've completed the bestiary and you have your 5 enchantment relics, you're going to want to follow where my character's going and go through a little secret tunnel. This is how you get to the Trident Rod gate. Just a quick tip, if you can't really be bothered to do the bestiary, you can actually give the relics to someone who has done it and let them put it in for you. But once you put all the relics in, the gate should open and the Trident Rod should be revealed to you. This rod is going to cost you 150,000 coins, and its stats are 20% lure speed, 150% luck, 0 control, 0% resilience, and the max kg is 6,000. You may notice 2 things while looking at the description of this rod. The first thing is that it has a 50% chance for the fish that is caught to be Atlantean. The Atlantean and mutation makes the fish caught worth 3 times more. But that isn't what makes this rod so good. If you notice the other thing in the description, it actually slashes the fish and increases the progress bar. This is crazy. So this means the resilient enchantment isn't really necessary because the game's basically doing the work for you. So for the enchantments, to be honest, I'm going to recommend Hasty. This is because with Hasty, you're just going to be catching fish so quickly. It's going to be basically instant. You're going to be making so much money. This is definitely the best enchantment for the Trident Rod. So back to the rankings. I know it's a little bit of a pain to unlock, but we're definitely going to put the Trident Rod in the #1 spot. This is because it's the best rod in the game at literally everything. Making money, catching big fish, anything, this is the best rod in the game. And now we already know what number 5 is going to be. It's the Destiny Rod. To obtain the Destiny Rod, you need to head from Moosewood, hit a right, and just head straight past the statue of Sovereignty, and then you will see the Arch. This rod is a little bit annoying to unlock too, because you do need 70% of the whole game's bestiary, but by the time you've saved up 190k for this rod, you're probably going to have that already. So once you've met the requirements, you should see this person sitting down. Once you speak to them, they ask to see your bestiary, and when you pull it out, they see that you have the requirements, and they ask you to purchase the Destiny Rod. The Destiny Rod's stats are -10 lure speed, 250% luck, 0 control, 0% resilience, and the max kg is only 2000. You may be thinking, wow, 250% luck, this rod's great, but no, luck is really the only thing it's good for. Everything else sucks, and the luck, you can't really notice it. The only thing this rod is good for is catching shiny fish, because it has a 5% higher chance of catching one. With 0% resilience and nothing to really help that resilience, the only enchantment you're going to want to try go for the Destiny Rod is going to be resilient. That was my ranking of all the endgame rods in Roblox Fisch. Thank you for watching. If you disagree with anything, please put it in the comments, and I just want to let you all know that I have started a Discord server. The link for that will be in the description of this video.